Namaste to all. This is one of the most difficult sutra to understand from Sankhya Darshana, Kapil Muni's Sankhya Darshana 1 by 26 about universe creation. Many of you have been requesting me to explain this sutra. This sutra is actually not difficult, but it is very, very difficult in terms of conceptualizing what is mentioned here because we are used to the words in the universe. Our minds are tuned to certain words, so, since the same words is also used here, we are unable to actually conceptualize this sutra. But Kapil Muni has taken a very, very beautiful effort to explain the universe's creation sequence. He is the first, I would say, the first philosopher to clearly conceptualize that these are the various entities in the universe creation. Because when you speak about the modern science, today we are living in the modern world. Kapil Muni probably lived 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 years back. We don't know. But when we speak about the modern scientific era, we are now only reached to the stage of Big Bang, which is a very, very, I would say in a harsh way, it's a nonsensical theory because only speaks about Jad without any context, without any understanding of basic science. There are great scientists who have lived in this world, but still they believed in Big Bang theory because they do not know what is there before Big Bang or whether Big Bang could possibly happen or not. But if they would have read Vedas from an Acharya or they would have read Sankhya Darshan from an Acharya, they could understand, oh, I mean, probably, yeah, he is right. I think, Kapil Muni has really tried his best to translate the Rig Veda mantra to the sutra, and only a samadhist yogi, when he tries to explain this kind of sutras, we can try to understand, we can try to contemplate. I am not expert in this sutra, but I will try to explain to you some basics. I don't have any hard feelings towards the modern science, but modern science has stopped with string theory or Big Bang theory. Of course, Big Bang theory, after that they came to string theory because they also felt something void in the Big Bang. And science is a continuous evolution in the modern science, but the Vedic science is not evolution. Vedic science is always constant. Vedic science is paripurna in itself. So Kapil Muni explains that before the universe creation, what happens? Like Rigveda says, na sat asit, na asat asit. Sat means truth, but Sat also means the visible universe. Sat, one of the meaning of Sat is truth, but Sat also means whatever we see by our eyes, whatever we feel or perceive through this universe is called as Sat. So this universe was not existing at that point of time. Nasat asit. That does not mean that emptiness was there. Na asat asit. Asat means emptiness. Emptiness was also not there. Shunyata was not there. The universe was not there. The Shunyata was not there. Something else was there. What was that? That is explained here in Sankhya Darshana. Kapil Muni says the sutra is like this: Sattva rajas tamasam samyavastha prakritihi prakritir mahan mahato ahamkaro ahamkarat panchatanmatrani ubaya indriyam tanmatrebhyah स्थूलभूतानि पुरुष इति पंच विंशतिर्गणः. This is Sankhya 1 by 26. Many also have questioned me that, see, the original Sankhya Darshana, this sutra is 1 by 61, but your Acharya mentions as 1 by 26. What is truth? I think there are two views. If you see the original Sankhya Darshana, yes, this is coming in 61st sutra, but many of the Acharyas, including my Acharya, they neglect 35 sutras in the Sankhya Darshana, the first chapter, because those 35 sutras do not follow the order of the previous sutras. So from sutra number, I think 20 to 55 or 19 to 54 is omitted by many acharyas because they do not follow the previous 18. But still, like Arya Samaji's Acharya Brahma Muni, he has explained all the 61 sutras. And if you read Brahma Muni's book, it is 61st sutra. If you read any other acharyas, probably who is following my acharya's way of style, then it will be 1 by 26. But even those 35 sutras, Brahma Muni tries to explain in a Vedic sense, in a very logical sense. So if you want to accept, you can. But I also feel that those 35 do not follow the flow of Sankhya Darshana because they speak about refuting Vedantism, refuting Buddhism, etc., which is not the flow of Sankhya Darshana. So here Kapil Muni says sattva rajas tamasam. We have listened to this word sataguna, rajaguna, tamaguna many times, but here he does not use the word guna. That means he is speaking something else apart from the guna. See, basically we must understand guna can exist in guni. Guna means, for example, heat. Heat is the guna of the fire. Fire is the guni, heat is the guna. So sataguna exists in sattva. Rajaguna exists in rajas. Tamaguna exists in tamasam. So here Kapil Muni does not only speak about guna, he speaks further one state. He speaks about the quanta state, the elementary entity or a matter which is called as a rajas, tamas, sata. And he says that these three are in Samya Avastha. Samya means equilibrium state in English. Not exact translation, but then we can understand as equilibrium because we have studied equilibrium in our physics classes. Samya Avastha. Avastha means the state of equilibrium of Rajas, Tamas, Sattva is called as Prakriti. And this is the state of Nasat Asit, Nasat Asit, what is mentioned in Rig Veda. And he says, Sattva, Rajas, Tamasam, Samya Avastha Prakritihi. That means equilibrium means we can understand at that point of time when the universe is not yet created, there is something which is existing which we can call as Rajas, Tamas, Sattva. Three entities are there, and these three are combinedly called as Prakriti. And these three has got their unique gunas. For example, I have explained in my previous videos, whatever light we have seen in this universe or we are seeing in this universe, everything is made possible due to the sattva guna. The guna, sattva guna, has got the quality of light, or whatever knowledge, jnana, in philosophical aspect, whatever knowledge we are perceiving is due to sattva guna. Then rajaguna, whatever movement in this universe, even if it is a movement of electron around the nucleus, even if the movement of proton inside the nucleus, even if it is the quark movement, even if the minute vibration of the prana is possible only due to the rajaguna. Then tamas means whatever stability, whatever inertia that is there in this universe. Stability means, for example, I have a mobile phone here. This mobile phone is made of trillions to the power of trillions small atoms, for example, or small elements, but it is not falling down. It is having a specific shape. Whatever stability that is there in this universe, whatever mass or weight is there in this universe is due to tamaguna, tamasam. And it's not one rajaguna, one rajas, one tamas, one sattva. It is tamasam. It is plural. It is a name given to family of rajas are present. They are not acting, they are in equilibrium state. Family of tamas is present, family of sattva is present, and they are in equilibrium state. That is called as the prakriti state, pralaya avastha. Rajas, tamas, sattva, rajas, tamasam, samya avastha, they are not acting. That means equilibrium means we can understand zero temperature, zero movement, zero sound, zero light. Because when light is there, then there is an energy. Light is the result of action of sattva guna. So sattva guna is not acting, so there is no light, there is no sound, there is nothing. There is zero temperature, there is no movement, there is no frequency, there is no vibration. Absolute standstill situation of this unmanifested state of the universe is called as prakriti. And then Kapil Muni says, from prakriti mahan gets created. Prakriti starts acting. How it starts acting is not mentioned here, but we must understand by the power of Almighty God, as mentioned in Purusha Sukta. The minute power of Almighty God acts on the Prakriti, and Prakriti starts acting. The Prakriti's equilibrium is destroyed by power of Almighty God. When the equilibrium is destroyed, Sataguna has got immense potential in it. Similarly, Rajaguna has got immense potential in it. Tamaguna has got immense potential in it. These three, Almighty God's power controls and creates the universe. So first thing God creates is Mahat. Mahat means we can say Buddhi, intellect. Don't assume that is our Buddhi. See, our Buddhi is made from that Mahat Tattva. It's a Tattva. We are speaking about Tattva. For example, liquid. Liquid does not mean water. Liquid does not mean coconut oil or anything. Liquid means a state of matter. It's a tattva. Similarly, Mahat is a tattva. It's a dravya. Dravya means we can say like water or air, something like that. God creates from this Prakriti. He creates Mahat tattva, and Mahat tattva only gets it is responsible for action of our intellect. Mahat tattva, and from Mahat tattva, Mahato Ahamkara. From Mahat tattva, Ahamkara is created. Aham means me. I am. I am myself. I am able to say I am. I am talking now. I am walking. I am sleeping. I was sleeping. He is sleeping. Like the thing which is I am is spoken by Jivatma, but why how Jivatma realizes I am is due to the presence of Ahamkara inside us, due to presence of Indriya inside us. So Ahamkara Tattva, it's a Dravya. It has got its various attributes, but it is a Dravya. Ahamkara is created by Almighty God from Mahat Tattva. And Ahamkara, from Ahamkara, what happens? Pancha Tanmatrani Ubaya Indriyam. From Ahankara, Tanmatrani gets created in one side. On the other side, the Indriya. Ubaya Indriya means two Indriyas are created. What are the two Indriya? One is the sense organs and karma indriyas, the five sense organs and the five organs of perception, and the 11th one is the mind. From Ahankara, the manas tattva, mind is created, and the other side pancha tanmatrani means we can say suksham bhoot. What we know is mahabhoot, but suksham bhoot is created from that ahankar tattva. See, don't assume that ahankar means that is the one which says I. How it can create suksham bhoot? No. Ahankar is the name given to that tattva because that is responsible. When it comes inside the human body, it helps the jivatma to say that I am speaking, to realize that you exist. Something inside our body which is not alive makes us realize that you are alive. That is called as ahankara tattva. Like I am inside the body, I know that I am alive. How I know? I know it through an entity. That entity is called as ahamkara. That's why its name is given as ahamkara. But ahankara has got its own visheshana, its own attributes. It is very extremely powerful. We can say dravya. It's not a liquid or a solid. It's a extremely powerful dravya which gets converted into pancha sukshma bhuta. And this pancha sukshma bhuta further gets converted into tanmatrebhyah. This tanmatrani gets converted into stula bhutani. It gets gross into mahabhut. From pancha suksham bhut, pancha mahabhut gets created. Pancha mahabhut does not mean this universe. Pancha mahabhut are extremely subtle. It is so subtle that we cannot see or perceive by our human eyes. We cannot perceive by our touch, form, etc. We cannot see by our eyes pancha mahabhut. But the form addition of mahabhut into when crores of small entities gets together, or trillions and billions, then we can see a form. So for example, we see this earth. People think that prithvi is one mahabhut, so this earth is a mahabhut. No, prithvi is a tattva which is created from ahankara. It's a very very minute tattva, and crores and billions and trillions of that mahabhut joins together, and with ratio of pancha mahabhuta, this prithvi, this earth is getting created. Similarly, sun gets created. The fire which is burning in the homagunda, or the fire which is burning in our stove, is not agni. It is also made of pancha mahabhut. Inside that agni, it's called as agni, but that is not one of the mahabhut. Inside that agni you have vayu. Inside that vayu you have other things. So that is also made from mahabhut. Please understand that we must be very careful. So Kapil Muni speaks about the most fundamental creation, and from that fundamental small minute sukshma creation, the gross creation gets created by the power of Almighty God. Almighty God first creates the various tattvas, and then based on the ratio, see, rajaguna has got the quality of movement, tamaguna has got the quality of stability, sataguna has got the quality of light. So then he uses this guna from this various, he uses the gunas to bind this universe, like what we see as universe. How it is made is only known to Almighty God. Of course, Rishi Muni in Samadhi, they experience this universe creation. When somebody attains a Samadhi, Samadhi means when somebody realizes Almighty God, Almighty God shows them how the universe gets created in the samadhi. That is a bliss. Like, when you solve a max problem, you are unable to solve a max problem, but you keep trying, you find out a formula, find out the solution, you will get so much happiness, right? Similarly, when somebody attains samadhi, he gets all the secrets of this universe. And from the all the secrets of the universe, Kapil Muni is trying to explain to us in a gross sense. Okay, you are a normal human being, you are listening, you are a jigyasu, probably you can understand only so much. Even this also we cannot understand, we cannot comprehend. If you compare it with modern science says that everything in this universe was in one point, at one point, and before that point nothing existed. Before that point, within that point only panchama, the space was there, time was there, everything, and when the big bang happened, everything got created. This is science assumption. But here Kapil Muni speaks about the state of the equilibrium, which is not perceivable, avyakt avastha. It is not perceivable, latent state. But then, he's trying to give a logical explanation of the universe creation is not happening due to chaotic big bang. A creation cannot happen from chaos. God creates this universe in a very sequential, very very planned form, that this universe is extremely stable. We can see that the sun movement, earth movement, moon movement, you see the movement of the galaxies, you see everything in this universe is extremely orderly, created by Almighty God, by the power of Almighty God, using the gunas of Prakriti. And this Prakriti, he says, Rajas, Tamas, Rajas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamasam. These Raja, Tama, and Sattva is not created. It is uncreated. It's eternal. That means you cannot break Rajaguna further. You cannot, means even Almighty God cannot, because it is eternal. That is the fundamental state of matter. Even science also says that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. We don't question science, but here also Kapil Muni proves the point that the fundamental state is called as Moola Prakriti, and there is no further refinement of that. It can get gross, it cannot get further fine. So that's the finest state of this universe. So from Prakriti, Mahat gets created. From Mahat, Ahankar gets created. From Ahankar, two things gets created. One is this pancha sukshma bhuta, and the other is 11 indriya. 11 indriya means our five sense organs, not the organs, what, not these eyes get created. The thing which is behind the eyes, which is responsible for seeing the form, the thing which is behind our nose, which is responsible for smelling something, which are extremely sukshma, which is even sukshma than prana. So those are the pancha sukshma bhuta, and pancha gyanendriya, and then pancha karmendriya, the organs of the, how we are able to pass the urine. Passing the urine, we are passing the urine by our body, but how that action happens, there is a reason behind that, and that reason gets activation from the jivatma feels that, okay, now my bladder is full, I have to pass urine. How it is, that is called as, indriya. That is the indriya which is so minute, which cannot be seen by microscope, which cannot be tested by any medical lab or etc. They are further, they are extremely sukshma. So this Gyara Indriya is created, the Man also is created by Almighty God, and intellect is the first Tattva, Mahat Tattva, everything is created by Almighty God. Similarly, on the outside, we have Pancha Sukshma Bhuta, from Sukshma Bhuta, Sthul Bhuta gets created. After this, nothing gets created. That means after this, there is no Tattva which we can say that separate from Pancha Mahabhut. So 24, and then 25th one is Purusha. 24 how? Prakriti. Prakriti, from Prakriti Mahat Buddhi, number 2. Then Ahankara, number 3. Then Pancha Tanmatrani, number 8. Count is 8. Then Indriyani. Indriyani is 11. 8 plus 11 is 19. And Pancha Mahabhut, 11 plus 5, 9, 19 plus 5 is 24. And the 25th one is Purusha. Purusha is not created. Purusha is not created from Rajaguna, Tamaguna, Sataguna. He quotes it separately. Before the word Purusha, he gives a continuity, but Purusha he has quoted separately. That means Jivatma is not created. And Purusha also means Jivatma, Paramatma both. Because Purusha means Chetan Tattva. All these 24 are Jada Tattva. This Jad and Chetan creates this universe. I mean, this is a part of this universe. In this universe, we see both Jad and Chetan. And Purusha means one who, Purusha means Puri. One who resides in the Puri is called as Purusha. One who resides inside the Puri means a place. The body is called as Jivatma. Similarly, Almighty God resides everywhere in this universe. He is called as Purusha. So Almighty God creates this universe from Prakriti. Try to carefully understand this sutra again and again. Why this sutra is important to understand is very simple. The moment we understand the creation of the universe, okay, then we will not be, when we deeply analyze every day the creation of universe, when something goes away from us, when somebody dies suddenly, when we lose a valuable property suddenly, we will again think about the creation of universe. We will know that all these things are jad. It came from Prakriti, it will go back to Prakriti. Creation happened and then destruction will happen and everything will become Prakriti. So what is going to be permanent in this impermanent universe? Everything is changing. God creates the Pancha Mahabhuta. So we will not get attached to the human body. We will not get attached to the those temporary objects in this universe. That's the reason Kapil Muni is trying. This is in the first chapter only. Kapil Muni is trying to explain the difference between Jad and Chetan universe. Chetan Purusha does not change. Jivatma, he says, you are Jivatma, you will not change. The universe will change. Universe has got 24 elements. And see, he is trying to speak about only certain states. There are further finer, grosser states within each of these 24. That is not explained by Kapil Muni here, but he is trying to say a statement that please understand the difference between the creation, which is non-alive, and you are Chetan Jivatma. And God is the one who is connecting you to this body. Why he is connecting? Because you are in avidya. And why, how avidya is formed, he explains in the previous sutras, which I will try to make a video. I am making a series in Tamil. It's easy to explain in Tamil, difficult to explain in English, but I will try to explain to you in the upcoming videos. So this is the universe creation. Universe creation is very, very important to be understood. Otherwise we can never come out of moh mamta. We can never come out of attachment. So whatever I have understood from my Acharya and also from Maharishi Dhanand Saraswati, other Arya Samajis, I have tried to collect many information. I try to summarize in this 20 minutes. I hope you understood. You might get many doubts. I will try to clarify if I am aware of. You can ask the questions. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.